If you clicked on this video, then you are probably well aware of the fact that packaging and shipping can get quite expensive. So how can you create pretty and protective packaging without also spending all of your profits? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you some valuable tips and make you aware of some things that you might not even have thought about regarding packaging and shipping. So let's get into it. First, we have to think about the function of packaging. The main function of packaging your products is for protection. Basically, you want your packaging to be damage-proof. So if you think about shipping stationery products, which is most often books, the part of the product that often gets damaged is the corners of the book. So when you package your stationery, make sure that the packaging is protective in a way that the corners of the books don't get damaged. There's multiple different types of packaging that you can use for this. Bubble wrap is of course a nice one to protect your books, but if you want to go plastic free, maybe you can crumble up some paper and put that in as well. Another thing with stationery that we have to keep in mind is water damage. So because it is a paper product, it's important to also keep in mind that your packaging has to be protective against water damage. What I do with my products is I put my stationery in a sealable plastic bag. Now, this is not always the most sustainable and planet-friendly option, but it is a more cost-effective way to protect your stationery from water damage. There are more sustainable packaging options available, but these are often more costly options. So you have to assess what is the most important for your business. Is it to package your stationery in the most cost-effective way, or is it to package your stationery in the most sustainable way? It's unfortunate that we have to choose between cost and sustainability, but that is how things are at the moment. The second function with packaging is creating an experience for the customer. When the customer opens the package, you might want the customer to have a positive experience while unpackaging the product. If the customer has a positive experience with the packaging and not just the product, it might entice them to buy again. Not because they want to experience opening the package again, but just because they have this positive association with your product. One way to create an experience for your customer is having your package open in a certain way. Like with Apple, the phone cases, it opens really slowly, and that is with a purpose. They want to create that anticipation with their packaging, and this creates a positive experience for the customer. Another way to create an experience for the customer is when they open the package, there is a coupon or maybe a sticker or some kind of little gift that they find within the packaging. But this is where the costs go up. Most often, adding in a little surprise or a little gift does add to the cost of the packaging, and when you count up all the costs, it starts getting a lot. So again, you really need to prioritize, is this kind of experience that I'm giving the customer that important for me and for my business? Or can I maybe go with a simpler kind of gift or surprise if necessary? Another kind of surprise that you can put into the packaging is a coupon, which gives discount to the customer for their next order, and this also gives them incentive to buy again. But I really do want to urge you that if you put in a surprise or a gift, try to make it as cost effective as possible. You don't have to use the most expensive sticker paper, you don't have to use gold foiling, you don't have to use embossing, all of those fancy things. It's not always necessary, especially in the beginning stages of business where you are still just trying to make a profit and cut on costs. The third function of packaging is establishing your brand. So you can use the packaging to build brand awareness basically. This can look like maybe your brand colors are pink and blue like JM Things, then the box that the customer receives is maybe a pink color, or when they open it they get blue tissue paper, all to fit within your brand. But colorful brand colors are often more expensive than just plain white or brown packaging. One thing that I want you guys to think about and ask yourself is, what is going to end up in the trash? Is it really necessary for you to have a pink box instead of a white box? To have tissue paper with your logo printed on it? And if these things are important to you, then that's fine. You just have to know that these are the things that add to the cost of your packaging. There are simple ways also that you can establish your brand, like maybe just printing one sticker and pasting it on the box. Or another really cost-effective way is just using stamps. If you stamp on your logo, that is also a really cost-effective way to establish your brand. It's all just about thinking about ways to make things more cost-effective. There's a lot of ways you can DIY all of these branded things, like branded tissue paper or branded tape, branded boxes, all of those kinds of things, using things like stickers or your printer or stamps. Outsourcing custom packaging is where it gets really expensive. So now I've covered most things that I wanted to talk about with packaging, but I also really want to talk about shipping. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is not adding your packaging costs, including the time it takes you to package the product, not adding those costs to the shipping price. We often have the price for the product and we have the price that the shipping company gave us to ship the product, but we forget to work in the cost of the packaging into the shipping price that we ask the customer. This of course will make the shipping price a bit higher. And this is just another reason why it is important to calculate the costs of your packaging and to try and cut down on costs. How important are these things for your customer? Not just for yourself. You have to put yourself in the shoes of your customer. If you don't want to scare off the customer with high shipping costs, then maybe consider working in the cost of packaging and shipping into the product price. This can mean that you can advertise your product as having free shipping, and then you just work that shipping cost into the price of the product. This also often motivates people to buy. Or you can also just work part of the cost into the product and then lower the shipping price. Another thing that I really want you guys to consider is that not all couriers or carriers charge the same or give the same quality service. So one really big tip that I can give you guys for cutting costs is comparing different shipping companies and comparing their prices. You can do this by either getting quotes from different shipping companies, or you can use an app like Shippo to compare the prices of different shipping companies. This segment of the video is sponsored by Shippo. Shippo is a super helpful shipping tool built by small business owners for small business owners. With Shippo, you can create, manage and track shipping labels, compare the shipping prices of some of the best carriers like USPS, UPS and FedEx, and get up to 90% discount on retail shipping rates. You can even connect your e-commerce store and Shippo will automatically import all your orders and sync your shipped orders. With all of these features, you'll be able to save time and money on shipping so that you can focus on growing your business. The thing that makes me most excited with Shippo is that they have a free starter plan where you only pay for what you ship. up to 30 labels a month, which is perfect for someone just starting their business. And for a limited time only, Shippo is offering $25 in Shippo credit when you spend your first $25. That means shipping your first few products is basically free. So head on over to the video description below to claim your spend $25, get $25 offer today. One thing that I really want you guys to be clear about is you have to know the cost of everything. Don't be lazy with calculating each bit of material that you are using. You want to have accurate numbers when you are calculating the profits for every month. So now I want you to go and write down what are the absolute must-haves for your packaging. This includes protection, customer experience, and brand awareness. What are the things that have to be in your packaging that is really important to you and your customers? Then work out all of the associated costs. Also have to work your packaging costs into your shipping price. And then the last thing, compare different shipping companies for the best prices. Remember to go and check out Shippo to make that easier for you. If you want to learn about the hard lessons that I had to learn in my stationery business, then go ahead and watch this video next.